Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel, and we are joined by the United States Champion himself, Kenny Omega. First time first time ever on Friday Night Smackdown, recently drafted over from Monday Night Raw. Of course, him defeating AJ Styles at Backlash was almost the it was the deciding factor, but you could not stress how important it was for him to get that win in order for him to bring the United States Championship over here to Friday Night SmackDown. That being because we already knew LA Knight was going to Monday night. So, I mean, we would have been without a mid-card title here if Kenny Omega didn't pull through against the phenomenal one back in Puerto Rico. And now from one country to another, Kenny Omega looks to find out what's next for him, what lies for him in Saudi Arabia, Night of Champions. Remember, every championship has to be on the line as per the name, Night of Champions. We're going to stick to that motto. In fact, tonight, you saw the Fatal 4-Way match on Monday Night Raw that saw Drew McIntyre earn the #1 contendership for Randy Orton's title in Saudi Arabia. Tonight, we have a tremendous main event for the #1 contender for Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship. Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Those three men are going to collide. One of those men will head to Saudi Arabia to challenge the ring general Gunther. We also have to find a challenger for Sasha Banks in Saudi Arabia. We know that both Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill have staked their claim at Sasha Banks' title. Bianca Belair fell short of her chance at WrestleMania when Sasha Banks defeated her in the WrestleMania rematch. But Jade Cargill has yet to get her hands on Sasha Banks or the WWE Women's World Championship. So, I mean, if I was Sasha Banks, I don't know, I'd be running in fear a little bit because, oh my goodness, Kenny Omega starting this match off hot against Swerve Strickland, another man recently drafted a Friday Night SmackDown. Is now Kenny Omega grabbing a hold of Swerve, and oh my goodness, dropping that knee to the face. If I was Sasha Banks, I mean, I'd be, running in every corner because two dominating women like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill coming for my title is not something that I want to hear. As now Swerve Strickland taking it to the United States Champion. I mean, we talk about it time and time again when you see an opponent in the ring with a champion. Same conversation. If Swerve Strickland gets the job done against the cleaner here tonight, you could be seeing Kenny's opponent for Saudi Arabia because clearly Swerve Strickland would have deserved a championship opportunity if he could put away Omega. And maybe got a little bit of too cocky for his own right. Look at this, Omega off the ropes. Omega drops Swerve Strickland. Oh my goodness, picture perfect drop kick to the face of Swerve. Now Omega gut shot to the lower abdomen area, choking out Strickland. And like I said, this is Kenny Omega's debut on Friday Night SmackDown. He does not, he wants to start things off with a bang. He doesn't want to take no L's on his first night on the job. My goodness gracious. Dumping Swerve Strickland on the back of his neck with a German suplex. Now Swerve rolling out to the outside, but Omega's going to meet him there. Now once again, I thought he was going to drive that knee into the face, but he gets a super kick for his for his troubles is now, look at this, Swerve over the top rope. No, Kenny Omega recognizing his positioning, able to, oh my goodness, able to kind of just avoid. I wouldn't say he countered or reversed anything. He just avoided Swerve's attempt at cashing in big time. But no, now Omega once again in control of this singles match to open our show. I'd like to welcome you guys in to another incredible episode of Universe Mode on the JPG channel. Of course, it's Friday Night Smackdown, as we've already announced. Triple threat #1 contender match in our main event. Sami Zayn, Seth freaking Rollins, and of course the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, as Swerve dumps Omega on the barricade. Now, wait a minute. Swerve off the ropes. Look at this. Oh, my God. What a move there. Channeling his inner AJ Styles. Speaking of AJ Styles, man, that Omega's most recent opponent in Puerto Rico, but Swerve clearly watching those tapes. Now, oh, my God. What a kick to the face. Slowly but surely, Swerve has turned this match around in his favor. Omega has to pop the shoulder, though. And now it's Swerve in full control of the United States Champion. Remember, he puts away Omega right here, right now. You have to believe this man deserves an opportunity in the future at Omega's United States Championship, as he just drops Swerve face down now. Swerve being a former North American champion in his own right. He knows what it takes to get the job done. And now, wait a minute, off the ropes goes Swerve Strickland. Didn't get all of it, but got enough to stun the champ. And now, beautiful kick there from Swerve Strickland. And now, wait a minute. If at first you don't succeed, Swerve is looking to take to the skies once again. And this time he cashes out big time, taking Omega out with that one-legged tope con hilo. And now it's Swerve controlling the pace of this match, as Omega has to rely on Swerve to get him back into the ring. A little bit of a change in the guard here. Now look at this beautiful springboard drop kick from Swerve Strickland. He is bringing it to the best bout machine here tonight. Looking to prove that he might be the future best bout machine, but goes for that kick again. Omega, though, I think he might have been going for something there, but he gets caught again with that kick that we saw earlier from Swerve. This is a breakout performance right now from Strickland, man. We already knew he was the cream of the crop when it comes to talent. But when you get him in the ring with guys that can really go, like a Kenny Omega, his star really shines that much more. As now Swerve Strickland off the ropes. Beautiful moonsault. Now look at it take Kenny Omega. Oh, no. V-trigger. Out of nowhere. Knee to jaw, but Strickland gets the shoulder. But that might, oh no, wait a minute. Strickland was playing a little possum there, much to the chagrin of Kenny Omega. And now wait a minute, full head of steam. Oh my God. What a kick. Single leg drop kick right to the face. Omega has to kick the shoulder at 2, but that's a 2 count now. That's Swerve's first 2 count on Kenny Omega. He's getting awfully close to doing exactly what Swerve hopes he does here tonight, and that's putting away the United States Champion. Knee to the face. And Swerve is bringing it with a jumping DDT. Jumping DDT connects. Omega's actually busted open here. 1, 2. No, has to get the shoulder at 2. Swerve is here to stay. He's here to play. He's looking to show Omega whose house this really is. He doesn't give a damn if he holds the United States Championship or not. But Omega, man, so many times in the past, we've counted Omega down and out, and he's made us pay for it big time. And now, no, wait a minute. Swerve was going for something on the ropes. Got caught. One-winged angel. That is how quick Omega can turn the match around. Swerve is going to have to learn from his mistakes here tonight. valiant effort against Kenny Omega, but that one-winged angel just connected out of absolutely nowhere. Swerve was going for a springboard in the corner. Kenny Omega capitalized. You cannot turn your back to Kenny Omega. So you're going to turn your back. Wait a minute. Punk is back. CM Punk with a kendo stick in hand. CM Punk just laid out Kenny Omega. Remember, Omega defeated CM Punk back in Hollywood at WrestleMania. It looks like the Second City Saint, who is now, yes, drafted to Friday nights as of the draft, is not done with the cleaner Kenny Omega. CM Punk just laid out Omega right after his match with Swerve Strickland. What does that mean for Saudi Arabia? What does that mean for Night of Champions? Does Punk want to run it back for the United States Championship? Man, we're going to have to follow that story a little bit close to the ear. Keep it close by, because that is not something that, that's not no lighthearted news. That's the rematch of the century is what that is. We thought that we would only see Punk and Omega once in a lifetime. Are we going to see it twice? Anyways, we're going to have to kind of switch gears. As previously mentioned, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, as of late, have both kind of staked their claim as Sasha Banks' Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and something tells me there is a storm afoot in Boston. Not that we're going to be in Boston come our next pay-per-view, Night of Champions. Of course, we're going to be in Saudi Arabia, but there might be a storm brewing in Saudi as well. I mean, we don't know where Sasha Banks' head is really at when it comes to, you know, two of the most imposing figures in the women's division today. I'll get it out eventually, vying for her Women's World Championship. Tonight, Jade Cargill's in singles action against the Black Card here on Friday Night Smackdown. Shotzi bringing her taking care of business tank down to the ring. First appearance of Shotzi's in a little while. But as ballsy and as badass as we saw her last time. So nothing's changed in that regard. But she's going to have to be pretty ballsy and pretty badass to take out Jade Cargill here tonight, folks. Cargill, the only defeat that she suffered is at the hands of the Queen at WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair. Cargill bounced back pretty quickly that following SmackDown. And now look at this. Oh my God, just taking Shotzi for a ride. And now it's Cargill wrenching at the back of Shotzi. This might be short order for the ballsy badasses. Now look at this. Shotzi trying to take it to Jade Cargill. Look, Shotzi, it's in her nickname, ballsy. Like, she's going to take the fight to any and everybody she can. Beautiful neck breaker from Shotzi there. But I don't know, man. Jade Cargill is just as imposing as it really gets here on Friday Night SmackDown. But look at this. Shotzi turning around on Cargill, throwing some nasty elbows to the jaw right there. And now chopping away at the bigger opponent, Cargill. Now Shotzi sending Cargill into the ropes. Look at this, going for a cover. Oh no, only doesn't even get a 1 count. Shotzi, that woke her up a little bit. Trying to get those low kicks and work on the power-infused legs of Cargill. Look at this, beautiful DDT. Spikes Cargill. I mean, we've seen in the past people take the fight to Cargill. Liv Morgan is the first person that comes to mind. Was unable to defeat Cargill, but definitely had a very valiant effort against Jade. And we're seeing that again with Shotzi here tonight as well. As now look at this. Full head of steam. Oh, no, a kick to the midsection for her efforts. And now Cargill sends, oh my God, sends Shotzi off the ropes. Bicycle kick at lightning speed. Shotzi somehow gets the shoulder. But something tells me that bicycle kick just turned off the lights for Shotzi Blackheart. And now wait a minute, Jaded! Jade to Shotzi, and you can call it a night. Cargill not wasting any breaths, but wait a minute. Belair staring Cargill down. I think both these women want to go at it. Remember, like I said, both of these women have been putting in their name in the hat when it comes to Sasha Banks' Women's World Heavyweight Championship, excuse me. But the question is, you know, who gets Sasha Banks? Does Bianca Belair get her WrestleMania rematch? Or does Jade Cargill get her first taste of gold if she is to challenge Sasha Banks? I guess we'll have to follow that story as well. We got a lot of developments out of tonight's show already. We're only 2 matches deep. We're getting ready for tag team action here tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. The debuting Chase U, recently coming over from the draft, recently coming over from NXT, of course, against another debuting team on Friday Night Smackdown, the Creed brothers. This team right here, man, you talk about charisma, you talk about power, you talk about intelligence. All 3 of these guys here, that being Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, and of course the human Energizer Bunny, Thea Hale. These 3 are definitely going to bring a little bit of enlightenment, definitely going to bring a little bit of more excitement to Friday nights in the tag team division, that's for sure. They're actually former NXT tag team champions, so they know they know a thing or two about championship gold when it comes to the tag team division. The only thing is, as I say time and time again, when you're coming up from NXT, it is a much different ball game here on the main roster. I mean, you have very hungry sharks in these infested waters, and 2 of those sharks are these men right here, the Creed brothers. Another team coming down from NXT.
And their opponents, first representing the Creed brothers from Lexington.
Former NXT tag team champions in their own right, the Creed brothers. Now, wait a minute. What the hell is this? Wait a minute. Oh, Duke Hudson went for a clothesline there on Julius Creed. Look, Brutus and Ivy Nile. I guess they didn't get the call time in enough time. What the hell is this? Why is Chase U attacking the Creed brothers? We were just talking about the integrity of Chase U, and here they are trying to attack the Creeds. But clearly has backfired pretty quickly, because Julius Creed is absolutely incensed now at the fact that Andre Chase wanted to attack him before the bell even rang. That is very uncharacteristic of Chase U. I'm a little bit taken aback by that. Needless to say, this match is underway. Creed brothers against Chase U. Andre Chase with a beautiful Russian leg sweep there. But Julius Creed kicks at 1. And out. Oh my goodness, kick to the abdomen. And all these competitors don't even have their entrance attire off yet. This is gone a mile a minute real quick. Julius Creed looking to get a measure of revenge on Andre Chase. What was that? That was like a calculated, initiated assault at the hands of the Creed brothers. Like I said, very uncharacteristic. But they might live to regret that very assault that they tried to throw at the Creed brothers, because Julius Creed, man, this man, he got something going for himself. He's a dog for real. And look at this. Oh my God, just throwing some sharp elbows into Andre Chase's forehead. And now Julius Creed sends Andre Chase for a ride into his corner. And now here come the Creed brothers looking to do what they do best, and that is manhandle their opponents. And oh my God! A little bit of a small version of the Brutus ball. Andre Chase looks out here, but he gets the count, or he gets the kick out, I should say, at 2. But Brutus Creed, obviously, he is his brother's keeper, looking to protect Julius Creed. Him and Ivy Nile were just a little bit too late to the dance. But Julius Creed was able to fend off the attack. But I cannot believe that Chase U would do that. I mean, like, are they intimidated by the Creed brothers? I mean, that doesn't go without saying here. Of course, you're going to be intimidated by the Creed brothers, but still, I mean, look at this. Thea Hale just brought a weapon in the ring. What are they playing at? What is Chase U playing at? I've never seen this kind of attitude out of these guys. And man, Brutus Creed is really taking it to Professor Chase. I mean, what is he teaching those kids at Chase University if that's how he goes to lead by example? Anyways, here comes the bigger man of the team. This would be Duke Hudson. Big Aussie here in the middle of the ring. Clearly bringing some size to the table. That being Brutus and Julius Creed already had size on their side, but you know, it's almost like Andre Chase is the brains and Duke Hudson is the brawn. Of course, Thea Hale would have the beauty. And now it's Chase U back into this thing as now Duke Hudson and Andre Chase go to work on Brutus. And now, wait a minute, double leg from Andre Chase. Grabs a single leg Boston Crab. And Brutus is awfully close to the ropes, but I don't think he was able to reach out to the ropes yet. But anyways, luckily he got out of harm's way. Anyways, my God, what a belly-to-belly suplex. Brutus Creed not playing any games here tonight. Like I said, does not appreciate the pre-match attempted assault. And I wouldn't want to say assault because they didn't get anything to fall on Julius Creed. Creed having eyes in the back of his skull. And Andre Chase might want to find his wits about him because Brutus Creed is full head of steam, but Chase suckered him in that time. This is definitely not the start to Chase U that I thought I would see on Friday Night SmackDown, trying to get, you know, underhanded attacks. That's just not the Chase U way usually, but clearly he's preaching to a different choir these days as Julius Creed kicks to the face of Andre Chase to get him off his brother. Interrupt the pinfall attempt, but now Andre Chase now looking to gear up for something here, but Brutus Creed tells him to eat his elbow for good measure. Both men going toe-to-toe right now. Another Russian leg sweep from Andre Chase. Looking to get Duke Hudson. Yeah, looking to get Hudson back in the ring now. And now, wait a minute, Duke Hudson trying to take it to the big man, but oh my God, Brutus Creed. Absolutely unbelievable are the Creed brothers, man. They ran the tag team division on NXT for quite some time. And now look at this beautiful tag team work from these two. And now Julius Creed back in the ring, the freak of nature himself. I mean, he's getting Kurt Angle levels of comparisons at these days. Goes for a big boot, but Duke Hudson able to sidestep him. And now, wait a minute, going for something here, but Julius Creed able to muscle out of it. And now it's Creed off the second. I think Duke Hudson was going for Andre Chase's hot tag, but none to avail here as Julius Creed, House of Fire. Wait a minute, we're going to see a flying Creed! Over the top rope goes Julius Creed. I told you this man's a freak of nature, man. I was not lying. Julius Creed absolutely taking it to the skies here tonight. Driving an elbow to the face of Duke Hudson now. Is one half of the Creed brothers, formerly known as Diamond Mine. I think they just go by Creed brothers now. And now look at this. Of course, Duke Hudson's going to take this opportunity to get Chase back into the ring. But again, nothing falling for Chase U as Creed is taking on all comers here tonight. Julius Creed, that is. Goes for a huge right Went the hell to the turnbuckle. What is going on? We saw Thea Hale throw, and that actually cost Andre Chase because the referee's distracted. It's almost like these guys have never done a bad thing in their life and do not know how to execute it very well. Multiple failed attempts of getting under the skin of the Creed brothers. And now Creed looking to send Chase for a ride. What the hell has Julius Creed got planned here? You're going to see some strength on display. My goodness gracious, look at this. Blood circulating to the head of Andre Chase. And wait a minute, Thea Hale talking a little trash on the outside. Look, what is going on? I've never seen Chase U act like this. Clearly they have a different game plan since reaching the main roster. But I don't know if this is the way to go about things. Andre Chase has not moved, needless to say, and he just got hit with a standing shooting star from Julius Creed. Duke Hudson has to break it up now. I don't think Brutus Creed liked that very much. And look at this, Brutus Creed, but no, Duke Hudson suckering Creed in. And Brutus Creed having to go back, but look at this, Julius Creed, he's his brother's keeper as well. And now wait a minute, got the big man up. About to take him out with that lariat, but unfortunately, Duke Hudson is not the legal man. But that'll teach Duke Hudson to stick his nose in business where it doesn't belong. But now wait a minute, Brutus Creed is flying now. We got two flying Creeds on Friday Night SmackDown. Thea Hale getting into the face of Brutus now. Andre Chase cannot capitalize. Finally able to capitalize on one of these distractions. Like, what the hell, man? Some people are absolutely just natural heels, and some people should just stick to the sunshine and rainbows. It looks like Andre Chase is one of those because this man is absolutely incapable of you know, taking advantage of these distractions here. Man, Julius Creed, like, he has a score to settle with Andre Chase after he tried to get Creed assaulted before this match. Oh, a punch to the face of Duke Hudson for good measure. Get rid of him, but oh, he drops a knee right to the face of Creed. Oh, but this time he gets the big man down. This time he gets the big man down, and Andre Chase might be in a world of trouble as Creed sends him packing. I think Julius Creed has something in mind, but Andre Chase cowering to the outside. No surprise there after everything we've seen here tonight. And it might be a matter of time before Chase U get their just desserts here tonight. These are not two men that you want to piss off. The Creed brothers are not the. You could go for a lot easier targets if you're looking to get some kind of an upper hand on this thing. As I look at this flying Brutus ball out of nowhere, and now sends Duke Hudson for a ride. That's got to be it. Andre Chase has taken an absolute beatdown at the hands of the Creed and has clearly what's his old phrase? Has clearly found himself in a teachable moment here tonight. And the teachable moment being, don't mess with the Creed brothers. Man, I'm gonna have to follow this story a little bit closer by because I did not expect Chase U to be so dastardly, to take so many underhanded tactics to try and win a match. Like, that's not usually their MO. But like I said, you get on the main roster, you start to realize the competition has leveled up a little bit. Maybe you want to try and take some dastard measures, but unfortunately did not work to the side of Chase U. we're going to have to switch gears because we have a tremendous main event. Three superstars at the top of their game in the last few years. Two of these men, former world champions. Sami Zayn never able to taste world championship gold, but he could very well be heading towards his first world championship win. The problem is he has to get through Seth freaking Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura, and then he has to go through the ring general, Gunther. He has to defeat the ring general, Gunther, something that no man has technically been able to do since this universe mode has existed. The only defeat that Gunther has suffered is inside a steel cage match. Kofi Kingston escaping the cage to win the Intercontinental title back at Extreme Rules last year. But no man has submitted Gunther. No man has pinned his shoulders to the mat. The ring general is completely undefeated, and you can clearly see why. Because he is the World Heavyweight Champion. And that World Heavyweight Champion is awaiting a challenger in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. But, the story here is that Seth Rollins, he could have his second go at the ring general. His second attempt at dethroning the World Heavyweight Champion since SummerSlam. Almost a year ago, Seth Rollins was in the World Heavyweight Championship match with Gunther, was unable to defeat Gunther, as many were in the past. Rollins moved over to Raw right before WrestleMania after he had staked his claim to Randy Orton's WWE Undisputed Championship. We saw how that fared for Seth Rollins in Puerto Rico. It took 3 separate RKOs to put the Visionary away. And now Rollins finds himself back on Friday nights with a plethora of new names added to the roster this time. So it's almost a fresh coat of paint. No pun intended, as clearly he's got a lot of paint on his attire here tonight. Fresh coat of paint on the Smackdown roster compared to what Seth Rollins was dealing with last time he was here. And here comes Shinsuke Nakamura, another former world champion, but has not tasted world championship gold in a some amount of years. And for him, Nakamura versus Gunther is another big marquee match. Any 3 of these men against Gunther is a big marquee match for Night of Champions. A night that we already have a pretty decent card halfway filled already. Of course, Drew McIntyre going to be challenging Randy Orton in their rematch back at the Royal Rumble, where I would argue that McIntyre had it in the bag. Randy Orton was just able to survive the Scottish Warrior, but Drew McIntyre earning his second attempt at dethroning Randy Orton after this past week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And a few matches that are actually just been announced. A few weeks ago, Jey Uso got in the face of the megastar LA Knight almost to stake his claim for Knight's Intercontinental Championship. That match will go down in Saudi Arabia, I am told. Jey Uso, LA Knight, a little bit of breaking news. Intercontinental title on the line in Saudi Arabia. Who walks out with the Intercontinental Championship in tow? We're going to have to find out, but some even bigger breaking news. We will see Kenny Omega and CM Punk 2 in Saudi Arabia. That's right. Omega Punk 2 goes down at Night of Champions. And giving the aggravated assault that CM Punk gave to Kenny Omega at the start of our show with that kendo stick. There's not going to be any rules involved this time, folks. We're talking no holds barred, extreme rules, whatever you want to call it. It goes down in Saudi Arabia. Punk and Omega for the United States Championship as Sami Zayn taking it to Seth Rollins now with a beautiful Hurricane Run. Oh my God, Nakamura taking the fight to Sami Zayn. Nakamura and Sami Zayn clearly no strangers. I mean, Sami Zayn has Nakamura's first match in WWE under his belt in a losing effort to Nakamura, but I will always remember that night. I'll always remember the first time hearing Shinsuke Nakamura's theme music, just the aura of that man. I mean, I don't know, it was a special time, and Sami Zayn went to the top of his game back then too. Rollins has had his run-in with Shinsuke Nakamura in the past. He's also, as you know, he's been on both sides with Sami Zayn. He's gone to war with Sami Zayn inside of War Games, but he's also faced Sami Zayn in competition before too. So all three of these men, no strangers to one another, but you know, there's too much on the line, too much at stake right now for them to even care about their past. Oh my goodness, huge drop kick to the face of Seth Rollins, and now Nakamura looking to take Sami Zayn for a ride, but he gets dumped for his troubles. German suplex to the lower back of the neck of Shinsuke Nakamura, and now drop kick to Seth Rollins, and now Sami Zayn targets the King of Strong Style. Rollins taking a breather on the outside. Actually, no, he's actually going for a weapon. I stand corrected as now Nakamura lights Zayn up with some strikes. And now, wait a minute, about to spike Zayn right on his head. Tiger Driver 98. We've seen Cody Rhodes use that recently, putting away Konosuke Takeshita. Seth Rollins now taking the fight to the outside with a suicide dive to Nakamura. Man, Zayn, he's hurt. We don't see the Tiger Driver 98 very much, folks, and there's a reason why. That move has ended careers. Rollins again catching Nakamura with a suicide dive for the second time. Somehow Sami Zayn is now back on his feet, but clearly there's some cobwebs still very present in the back of the mind of Sami Zayn. He just got spiked right on his head with that Tiger Driver. Oh, ducks the knee attempt, super kick for Rollins' troubles, and now a super kick to Nakamura. Super kick party by Sami Zayn, taking a little page out of the Usos playbook, if I can say that myself. And now another super kick. Sami Zayn, man, he's feeling himself here on Friday Night Smackdown. Brand new, fresh start for Sami here, my God. And now, wait a minute. Zayn, oh, he's going to take it to Nakamura, all right. Nakamura said, come on. Zayn said, I'll bring it every night of the week. Now look at this. Vintage Rollins on the outside with a Falcon Arrow, dumping Zayn's body. Sling Blade to Nakamura. And the question still remains, which three of these men is heading to Saudi Arabia to take on the ring general? Is it Sami Zayn? Is it Seth Rollins getting his rematch? Or is it Nakamura getting his first World Championship opportunity in almost 3 years? Nakamura ducks the attempt of Sami Zayn. Like I said, these two know each other very well, and it shows, but Nakamura gets the best of that one. Seth Rollins with a kick to the face. Zayn sort of feeling it out here as Rollins hits a ripcord knee strike to the face of Nakamura. Dumps Zayn outside of the floor. You know, Rollins, he has a point to prove here. I mean, he got drafted right back to Friday Night Smackdown after getting a brief little return to Monday Night Raw. But now Rollins is right back on Friday nights. But, you know, he wants to rectify the last time he was in the ring with Gunther when he was unable to defeat the ring general. The problem is there's a fresh new... Oh my God, what a DDT. There's a fresh new roster of competitors here on Friday nights that want that spot just as badly. Zayn being almost top of the list. He's coming off of an incredible tag team year with Kevin Owens last year, but him and Owens have both agreed to run the singles division. I mean, Owens actually stayed on Monday nights and Zayn was drafted to Friday nights, so they kind of didn't have a choice in the matter. But after they lost their titles at WrestleMania, they agreed. And now look at this suicide dive from Sami Zayn. They agreed no matter where they ended up in the draft, you know, to kind of pursue different avenues, so to speak. I mean, they had the incredible, almost year-long drafts over the tag team division last year, whether that being on Raw or SmackDown. Now Rollins coming behind Sami Zayn, and now Zayn's looking for his first world championship. As now look at this, sends Rollins to the floor. Are we gonna see it? Yeah! Oh my God, it's a thing of beauty every time. That suicide dive through the turnbuckle just never gets old, and that's always gonna bring the crowd to its feet, as it just did. This is awesome, chance, justifiable here tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. And now Zayn, what the hell's he got planned here? Offside heat moonsault connects Basoda's Nakamura's feet to the face of Sami Zayn. Now look at this, taunting Zayn. You know, Zayn's not going to be appreciative of that. He drives a foot of his own in the face of Nakamura with a super kick. And now Zayn back in the ring. Rollins threw him back in the ring. I thought Rollins was going to get back in the ring as well, but kind of buying his time right now. And now Zayn grabbing the kendo stick. Oh my God. Right to the back of Nakamura. Now face shot to Seth Rollins, but Rollins turns it around. Kendo stick shot to the face of Nakamura. Oh my God, just broke it off the back of Zayn. And now Rollins sending Nakamura into the corner here. Wait a minute, going for a buckle bomb indeed. Buckle bomb. Buckle bomb, but wait a minute, didn't see Sami Zayn on the corner of his eye. Blue Thunder bomb to Rollins. Blue Thunder bomb after he hits the buckle bomb on Nakamura, but no. Rollins kicks it too. You got to have your head on a swivel in these multi-man matches. We learned that on Monday Night Raw. Haluva kick. Haluva kick to send Sami to Saudi. To send him to Saudi. No, Rollins kicks it too. Oh my goodness. Sami Zayn just put his best foot forward, just played his best two cards that he has to play. Another super kick for good measure, but Nakamura, rib shot to Zayn. Oh my God, just relentless with that sledgehammer. Zayn's gonna want to get that out of Nakamura's hands, and luckily he does. Another kick right to the face. Zayn's loving them super kicks, man. He might have asked Jay if he could borrow one or two. As now look at this, Sami Zayn has Nakamura in a prone position. Both men about to crash and burn with a superplex. And now it's down to Rollins and Zayn. Now here we go. This is where it gets really good, folks. Two men at the top of their game. And now, went for a drop kick, but Rollins stuffed the attempt. And now, wait a minute. Stomp. Out of nowhere, he gets the stomp right to the face of Zayn. This has got to be it, but Nakamura in the corner of our camera, he breaks it up. Breaks it up at 1. Now it's Nakamura and Seth Rollins, 2 men that know each other pretty well. It's now Nakamura. Relentless in his attack on Rollins. Elbow straight to the face. Huge European uppercut as Zayn gets back into the mix. Went for the Kinshasa, but Zayn had it scouted. Oh my God! A DDT right on that sledgehammer, but somehow Nakamura, maybe his momentum kicked him out the ring. I'm not sure. I don't know how the hell he's up on his feet right now, as a matter of fact. Just DDT'd him right on that sledgehammer. And now a double axe handle from Sammy. Again, takes Nakamura out of the equation as... Wait a minute! Out of nowhere! Another Haluva kick Nakamura's dealt with. Rollins has kicked out of 1 already and has taken some serious damage to the head, and that is what gave Sammy the win. Zayn is heading to Saudi Arabia, and he has the ring general Gunther in his way in becoming a first-time World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another incredible episode of Universe Mode on the JPG channel, and I cannot wait to get to Saudi. We got 1 more week of action coming up, folks. We still have to find competitors for the tag team matches, both on Raw and SmackDown. Those will be decided next week in another triple threat tag team action on both Raw and SmackDown. We'll get to that next week. Sami Zayn is our new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, I will see y'all on the next one.